Dzień dobry Państwu. Mimo że sezon żużlowy już dobiegł końca, tak naprawdę rynek transferowy także już się skończył, ale to nie znaczy, że nie możemy w tym takim sezonie ogórkowym nie rozmawiać z żużlowcami. Warto podsumować sobie sezon z zawodnikami, a także spytać się, co teraz żużlowcy robią w tym trudnym okresie. Wciąż trwa pandemia oczywiście koronawirusa. Z nami jest postać, której kibicom Eltrox Włókniarza Częstochowa przedstawiać nie trzeba. Kapitan tej drużyny, Leon Madsen. Welcome, Leon.
Thank you.
First of all, how do you do? Because we all know you pulled through a coronavirus. So how do you feel? This is the most important question right now.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel fantastic, and I'm doing a lot of exercising and practice on the bicycle, and I feel I'm fit and in good shape, and yeah, it was tough the first few days with the virus, but after 1-2 weeks, I didn't feel any more symptoms, and yeah, like I said, now I'm fresh and feeling good again.
If we may find some little consolation, we may say it's good that it happened to you after the season. It's a little consolation, but some way it is.
Yeah, for sure. It wouldn't be funny to get it during the season and have to miss out a meeting or two, and you know, that could be catastrophic. So we won't. We don't want that to happen, and luckily now I had it, and hopefully I cannot get it again in the next season. So yeah, like you say, that's positive. It didn't happen before, but at the end of the season.
I know you are a very busy man, so let's talk shortly about last season, past season 2012. How would you estimate this season as a first question, your individual results? How would you estimate your season?
It was a good season, a different season, obviously, because of the COVID or Corona situation. So we all had to adapt to the new season. But yeah, overall it was a good season. I maybe didn't get the result as I wanted, but still it was okay. Ended up on the second place in the European Championship. Managed to stay in the GP, which is very important, with a fifth position. So yeah, it was a good season, but still a lot of things to improve, and there's no doubt about that. I want to be world champion, and I'm doing everything I can to reach my goal one day.
Mm-hmm. Your beginning in Speedway European competition was tremendous. Everyone was in shock. 3 GP runs and 3 victories.
Yeah, it was a good start, and in the beginning of the year I was going very well and was very fast, and unfortunately for me the GP season didn't start at the beginning of the year but came a little bit later, where my form seemed to be going down a little bit. I was struggling later in the year with some things, and we know what it is in the team, and we're trying to fix it and improve that for the next year, so it won't happen again. And yeah, I'm very positive, and we have a good winter ahead of us where we can improve all the things we need to do and come back next year stronger.
And 4th position among top riders in PGA Extraliga, it's also very important, because we all know PGA Extraliga is very demanding, very challenging competition, almost like GP, or some people say that even stronger. So it's also important to be on the top of these PGA Extraliga riders. 4th positions, very good.
Yeah, you know, PGA Extraliga is the toughest league in the world, and I'm very pleased to be up there in the top on the Polish rank once again. I've been doing very good in the last 4 years for Włókniarza Częstochowa, and I'm very happy to maintain my place as on the top of the rank. And it isn't easy, because it's like you say, it's very hard league, and almost it's the best riders in the world racing there, like it is in the GP. So you really have to do your best every time you race. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy that I managed to be consistent and be in the top and score a lot of points for for Włókniarz in the last 4 seasons, and hopefully I can continue doing that. You know, it's no secret that I'm a little bit disappointed about how it went this year. This is not where I like to be with Włókniarz. You know, when I joined the club and when I signed the new 3-year deal, it was for the shared ambition about we want to take it to another level, and we want to race for the medals, and best is of course to race the finals for the gold medal, and so we have to do better, and we have to improve a few things, and hopefully in the next few years we can take it a step further, but it isn't gonna be easy. As we all know, all 8 teams in the Extraliga are very, very good and strong teams, and next year it's gonna be different with the new rules about the new under 24 rider. So that's gonna be interesting as well.
Yeah, what do you think of it? What do you think of it?
I don't know. I think maybe it's a little bit shame, because it's if you want to maintain the league as the strongest league in the world, then you also need to have the best riders racing on each team, and we already have the rule with 2 Polish junior riders. So I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see how the different clubs going to adapt to it, and see who comes out with the biggest and best surprises.
Yeah, many top riders like Nicky Peterson or Nils Christian Iversen criticized this rule because, as you mentioned, PG Extraliga, and I completely agree with you. PG Extraliga is the strongest league in the world, and I suppose that from my point of view, the best riders should be put in this league, and this some kind of restrictions, limitations may have huge impact of the entertainment, because we all know that people want to see the best riders in the world in this league.
Yeah, exactly like you say. It is the best. The Polish Extraliga is the best product in speedway at the moment, and they have to be careful not to destroy it with too many restrictions and rules and so on. So, but we will see how it goes next year. It can be good, but yeah, in my opinion, I think it should be the best riders in the league what is racing.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned about Włókniarz, so let's talk about Włókniarz, because many Włókniarz fans, I'm sure they want to know your point of view of this reason. Why? What was the reason Włókniarz didn't perform so well this season? It was huge disappointment, but we may ask question why? Why Włókniarz did so poor this year?
I don't know. For
once again, you were the leader of the team. So from your point of view, you did your job. 4th position.
Yeah, and I feel like you have when you're racing in a team like Włókniarz, would have high ambitions. I feel like you have a responsibility to do well every time and do your best. And I don't know. Unfortunately, a few riders were struggling, and I don't know exactly why. And then we had the episode with the track.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't good. Probably cost us the playoff, and I think if we would have been in the playoff, everything could have looked quite different. We might have ended up in the final. We never know. So it's very disappointing, and I'm not happy about that situation. But it's we can't change the past, and we just have to look forward and make sure nothing like that happens again, and that the whole team performing every time at a high level. Not gonna have those not gonna have those meetings where some of us have a bad off day. What you can say, we all need to to perform at a high level every time if we wanna reach our goals.
Włókniarz performed very well away from home, but on the home track was not so well. So, how did you personally feel on Włókniarz track? Was this track advantageous for you, or not so much?
Yeah, I always liked our home track. For me, it's the best speedway track in the world, and unfortunately, it's been changing a little bit over the last few years in maybe a different direction than we wanted to, and we've been trying to make up for it every time to try get it back on the right direction, but I think the club didn't think it didn't happen fast enough for the club, and then they took action, which was a little bit shame. And yeah, but I think they have everything under control now, and the track. I think the track's going to be good, and I think we're not going to have any cancelled meeting next year. As you all could see, I was racing there at the end of the season doing heavy rain, and I still managed to race on the track without any major problems.
I suppose you know that I have to ask this question. I have to ask this question about the walkover, about this Gorzów gate, let me put it this way, this conflict between Michał Świącik and Marek Cieślak. Marek Cieślak left the club. It was a huge news among the whole speedway country. Everyone talked about this. From your point of view, as a captain of the team, as a leader of the team, it must have been a little bit an awkward situation, uncomfortable situation for you as a riders when you find out about this walkover and that Marek Cieślak left the club during the season.
Yeah, and I still have hard to understand it. You know, it was very tragic and shouldn't have happened. And I was obviously sad that Marek couldn't continue with us for the rest of the season. It was not a way I was that I wanted him to finish the work in Częstochowa, but I was sad that Marek left the team.
Mm-hmm. Did he talk to you, to all the guys? Did he try to explain this to you, why he made this choice?
I don't know how much but I think there wasn't any other choice really when it came to the end. So, but that's not really discussion with me. I can only say that I was sad to see Marek leave, and I've been happy to work with Marek. I've been working with Marek for many years in the past, also before I was racing in Włókniarz, and I would have liked to see Marek continue and that we were gonna win medals together. But yeah, so it's a shame. I don't know how the future will look, but we will see.
I know it may be a hard question, but the relationship was getting worse. The relationship between the team and Marek Cieślak was in some way broken, that he couldn't continue this job?
No. There was nothing broken between the riders and Marek. We were of course we were just trying to fix the track like the way we wanted it to be, and like I said, it didn't happen fast enough as probably as the club wanted to happen. So, but no major issues between us.
Mm-hmm. Michał Świącik took responsibility for preparing the track for Gorzów, so it must have been a little bit strange situation for all of us when we found out that Michał Świącik is going to be, a new man who prepares the track instead of Marek Marek Cieślak. So it was something between them, some conflict, I suppose.
Yeah, but that's like I said to you that we lost too many home meetings. Whether that was because of the track or not, I can't tell. A few riders were struggling a few times when we were racing, and we were trying to find the reasons, and I don't think the track was the reason, but we were trying to improve the track, and like I said, unfortunately it didn't happen fast enough for the club not to take further action. So yeah, really not much more I can say about it, but only that I'm sad to see Marek leave, and I've been happy to work with him over the last few years.
Yeah, that's a history, right? Now, so last question about newcomers in Włókniarza Częstochowa, Bartosz Smektała, Kasper Woryna are new faces in the team. A little bit of youth into this squad. So I suppose you and Fredrik Lindgren are the veterans right now, in the positive meaning of this word, of course.
Yeah, so I start feel old now when I'm starting to get one of the oldest guy in the team. It's not good. So. No, but I'm very happy to see the new guys arriving, and I think it's some good riders who can bring some positive and to the team, and I think we're gonna have a good team next year with a good team spirit, good young guys like you say, and hopefully we can do well, and yeah, let's see.
Okay, and the last thing, you may say a few words to Włókniarz fans, it's up to you. I know you said a few words to them on the Włókniarz fan page, but let's do it again. They love it, they love you, so you may say a few words as a last word from Leon Madsen.
My last words would be that...
Maybe in Polish, who knows? Maybe in Polish?
Not in Polish.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, but I hope we're gonna get past this Corona situation next year, and we can get the fans back on the stadiums, and if we can do that and get the fans back to support us, I know we're all gonna do our very best to bring back the club to the top and fight for the medals, and first of all, we're gonna do everything we can to make it to the playoff, and from there we're gonna see what happens. But for my point of view, our aim and goal should be racing about medals. I think Włókniarz is a club what deserve to be up there in the top, fighting for medals.
Mm-hmm. There's no racing without supporters. There's no question, no doubt about it. There is a riding, but no racing without this all excitement on the stands.
I didn't get that. Sorry.
I said that there is no such excitement, no racing on the track without supporters. There is a riding, but you don't feel such excitement on the track where there is empty stands, empty stadiums without supporters.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shame, but that's how the situation was this year. We had to do it, but luckily we still managed to race, and a lot of people, not only in Poland but around the world, was able to watch some good racing in front of television. But like I said, next year we want to have the fans back in stadium. Częstochowa is the best place in the world with the fans. You know, when we have almost a full stadium, it's the atmosphere and the sound is amazing, and I really miss it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to next year, crossing fingers that we're gonna have fans back in stadium again.
Let's hope everything will be okay. Leon Madsen, thank you for this important interview, and of course stay safe, you and your whole family.
Thank you. Dziękuję.
Dziękuję. Gościem był kapitan Włókniarza Eltrox Włókniarza Częstochowa, Leon Madsen. Dziękujemy.